Hello everyone, today we will be discussing Malaysia Airlines and Jumper Hut. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Jessie Lau. Next, I will introduce my group member, Konjaja. Now, let's get started. Background of Malaysia Airlines. Malaysia Airlines is national airline of Malaysia, established in 1947. In 1966, the airline was renamed Malaysia Singapore Airlines (MSA), and in 1972 changed to Malaysian Airline System (MAS). Was dissolved from Bursa Malaysia in 2014 and subsequently ceased operation in 2015. The group offers aircraft, leasing, cargo, trip, and other related services. MASB works with global alliances to provide frequent flyers with a seamless travel experience to more than 1,000 destinations, including access to more than 650 airport lodges and travel to up to 90 destinations worldwide. One of the airlines to receive the Skytrax 5-star. MASB reflects the diversity of Malaysia with its rich heritage, culture, food, and hospitality. Now we move to the content. First, profitability of gross profit margin. This chart shows that it's increasing every year due to the decrease in cost of sales. Then revenue will increase, which will affect the gross profit margin, but an increase in the cost of sales in 2019 due to a rising price of suppliers. However, in 2020 and 2021, revenue and gross profit will decrease due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, but gross profit margin is still increasing because decreased cost of sales. Next, net profit margin. This chart shows that net profit margin increased from 2017 to 2018 due to increased revenue and other income and decreased cost of sales. However, in 2019 decreased because increased cost of sales and other expenses. In 2020 and 2021, this is due to the impact of COVID-19, so the decrease in revenue. Moreover, return on capital employed, ROCE, this chart shows that increase in 2017 and 2018 because decrease in non-current liability and increase other income could improve the ROCE ratio. However, in 2019, decreased because increased equity and non-current liability and other expenses. In 2020, decreased because the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, which decreased revenue, other income, and increased non-liability. In 2021, decreased because the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, which revenue and increased equity and non-current liability in 2021. Next, asset turnover. This chart shows that decrease in 2017 and 2018 because increased non-current asset, trade receivables, and decreased lease liability. However, increase in 2019 because increased revenue, lease liability, and decrease in trade receivables. Lastly, in 2020 and 2021, asset turnover are same. This is because decrease in revenue and lease liability. Next, liquidity of current ratio. This chart shows increase in 2017 to 2018 because increased current asset of trade receivable and cash equivalent. However, in 2019, decreased current ratio because increased current liability of borrowing, lease liability, and trade payables. In 2020, increased due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, so decreased current asset and current liability. Nevertheless, current assets are larger than current liability, therefore the current ratio will increase. However, in 2021, decrease current ratio because increased current liability of borrowing, lease liability, and trade payable. In addition, this chart shows quick ratio increase in 2017 to 2018 because decrease in inventory and increased cash and cash equivalent. However, decrease in 2019 due to increase in inventory. In 2020, increase because of decrease in inventories. Last, in 2021, decrease because increased current liability of borrowing and trade payable. Now, I would like to hand this presentation over to the next speaker.
Lastly, efficiency of inventory turnover. This chart shows that growth from 2017 to 2018 due to lower costs and higher revenues, thereby increasing profitability and cash flows higher. However, it continued to decrease after 2019. This is because of the pandemic. Companies around the world are facing severe supply chain disruptions, shipping delays, and risk raw material price. Therefore, many companies has been stocked out to reduce the risk of out of stock. So the growth increase on cost of sales and decrease in revenue or crossing inventory, so decrease inventory turnover ratio. Moreover, the chart shows that the receivable days from 2017 to 2018 became longer and collections were slowly due to higher accrued revenues from third party. In 2019, however, the receivable days are shorter, which means faster collections. This was due to a decrease in accrual revenues and contract assets. In 2020 and 2021, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the receivable days were longer and collections were slowly as decreased revenues and account receivable. Besides, the chart showed that payables that in 2017 and 2018 are longer debts. This means paying its suppliers too slowly because of an increase of trade payables in authorization fee liability. In 2019, payables days will be longer because of an increase in trade payables of third party. In 2020, payables days will be longer because of the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, so decreased credit purchase and trade payables of authorization fee liability. Lastly, in 2021, payables days are still longer because of increased trade payables of accruals and concessions liability. Moreover, this chart shows gearing ratio in 2017 and 2018 decreased because increase in equity profit before tax and decrease in non-current liability. However, in 2019, gearing ratio decreased because increased equity and decreased non-current liability. In 2020, increased gearing ratio because decreased profit before tax. In 2021, increased because decreased profit before tax and non-current liability. Next, efficiency of earnings per share. This chart shows that the number of ordinary shares still remain in 2017 to 2021. In 2017 and 2018, earnings per share increased due to the effects of the implementation of the Company Act 2016, while deducted ordinary share. However, it continues to decrease after 2019. Earnings per share in 2019 decreased because decrease of other income such as gain or loss of Adequacies, however, in 2020 and 2021 decreased because of the decrease of other income of interest, income of unquoted investments, earned employee loans, unrealized gains on fair value for quarter unit trusts. In conclusion, as Malaysia Airlines Sedan Berhad, we will recognize that reporting on the most important sustainability topic to stakeholders and investing in holding company for reporting can be challenged. Malaysia Airlines principal subsidiary, 5 flights and MAS swings. Firstly, the groups can increase revenues such as through selling small goods or service or by increasing price. Company can increase their net margins by reducing costs, for example, finding cheaper sources for raw material. Next, increase inventory turnover and revenues. Increased revenues will improve your inventory turnover, which can increase a company's cash on hand. Increased revenue and inventory turnovers mean more cash will be available to the company to meet their short-term obligations. In order for inventory to be converted into cash, it must be actively so increase revenue stat turnover your inventory will improve your quick ratio. Lastly, increasing the net incomes or decreasing the number of shares outstanding. When the total number of outstanding shares decrease in cash on buyback, when expenses decrease and company is able to cut the cost, then also the earnings of the company increase in sales. Thank you for your listening.